It's not every day you get go-getters like like you all on the show who are so ambitious. And I personally know you guys pretty well. And I think last calendar year, you made the most money per year up to that point in your life. Is that true?
Yeah. Yes.
So you guys have figured it out. You all have your stories publicly out there, your humble beginnings, and you're making the most money you've ever made in your life. How do you balance enjoying that money, being ambitious and diligent, while also having quality time to spend with your wives and nurture those important relationships? Like, what's that balancing act?
I would just say, don't try to make money, make a system that makes you money. That's it. I'm just going to leave it at that. Like, you can work your guts out, but eventually you only have so much time in a day trading time for money. So eventually you have to build a system or a team or hire people, etc. And the reason my income goes up is because my team has continued to grow every year. There's 12 people on staff. We run 30 grand a month in salaries right now. There's a whole army of stuff moving behind the scenes that nobody gets to see. And that's generating millions of dollars of sales between both companies. But you have to build a team. You have to build a system. And I got that from Tom Wheelwright. He said, so I asked him, what's the best piece of business advice you ever got? He said, business is a team sport. I got that in 2018, and we just built the team in the last 5 years.
How do you find those A players? I know Mr. Producer, shout out Mr. Producer, is one of your A players because he's a A plus for me. How do you find these awesome people?
I think A talent reveals itself. I think B and C talent is what's sold to you, right? Like A talent's not out selling itself. A talent's busy. A talent has enough work. A talent is booked. You guys that have landscaping companies that are A talent, you don't need more work. You don't need to market. Your work speaks for itself. Am I wrong? B and C is marketing. So A talent reveals itself. You all know who's a good video guy. You all know who builds good websites. You all know who does good marketing. Ask them for help. Partner with them. They're not exclusive. Reach out to them. And we've all heard the cliched statement 1,000 times before. Your network is your net worth. This was my realization. I had worked my guts out as much as I can until I was 30 years old. I realized that my life was pretty small because I was doing it all. I do a lot less, have a decent sized team, and we make a lot more. I can't tell you any more true statement than that. You might not believe that, or you might disagree, or might not be in that position of life yet to understand, and that's fine, because I don't think I would have 5-6 years ago. No, I'll outwork you. I'll out trim you. I'll out mow you. I'll out whatever you. And that's fine. But I've noticed that the people who are the wealthiest have a great team. They have great hires. They treat those people right, and the team wins together, and the team will take them to the top. So I would say build a good team. And
you do work hard, Brian. I got off the airplane today. Brian's sitting there editing his video. I was like, I'm going to go grab my bag. He's like, okay, I'm going to keep editing my video. So
Well, minutes matter. I mean, again, like, I think a lot of people confuse busy with productivity, and I will also say on the success spectrum, like a shift gear, like a 6-speed shift gear, like, there's times where we're in 6th gear. There's other times we drop it on the 3rd gear, 4th gear, and 5th gear, and 6th gear. Like, success isn't just a ramrod through. I think, when I had kids, I realized I had to downshift a gear in some aspects, but I had to downshift a gear. It doesn't mean I can't build a team that can't keep the gear at that same level or ramrod back up to 6th gear, right? So it's like, if you just run a race in 6th gear all the way around the track, that's fine on the straightaway. You can go 190 miles an hour in your F1 car or whatever the heck it is. But if you don't downshift to like 1st, 2nd gear and go when you're watching Le Mans, it's the coolest thing ever. Those guys go 12,000 RPM from 6th gear, 8th gear, 10th gear, whatever, down to 1st gear. They'll go from 140 miles an hour on a little S turn, drop that thing down. It's the coolest thing if you've never been to an F1 race. And it's the coolest sound ever. But that's because they can't take that turn. Even though it's the coolest car in the world, they have to go 30 miles an hour around the little S turn. And so many people just want to ramrod 6th gear through life. And I'm like, it's how you get burned out. It's how you get an ulcer. It's how you get a heart attack or a stroke or a divorce. So you just have to, again, goes back to the top of the show, right? Those young kids, like, they don't have all those lessons yet, but they'll get there. You got to learn. It takes time, discernment. I don't have it all figured out. I'm learning life lessons by the minute, for crying out loud. So that's what I would say. Build a team. A team will help you get there. If you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go with a team. There you go.
That could be an Instagram reel too.